Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, wrestling fans, and sports entertainment fans, welcome to the No Shave Man Cave. I'm Ellie Jair, and man, we are so stinking close to Wrestlemania. And, every year we get an opportunity to see the grandest stage of them all. And when you talk about college football, you have the Rose Bowl. If you live in the San Diego area, the Holiday Bowl is generally one of those ones that is an absolute shootout. And I don't know, with the super conferences and everything getting ready to happen, I don't know how the bowl games are all going to lay out, but you used to see just an absolute barn burner of a bowl game, and everybody be chomping at the bit. And it was like, oh, the grandest stage of them all. The Rose Bowl sells itself. The Holiday Bowl sells itself. The national championship of college football sells itself. And it may or not be your alma mater. It may just be a couple of random teams, but you got tickets and you bought them last year, whatever. It sells itself. And much the same for Wrestlemania. The Super Bowl, same thing. World Series, NBA championship. Oh, I'm not much of a baseball or basketball guy, but when the playoffs happen, we're talking playoffs. But yeah, man, so we are there. We are on the road to WrestleMania, and we are so freaking stinking close. We only have a couple of more episodes before we hear that go home show business for WrestleMania. And we talk about what we know, what we want, and then what we think is going to happen. And it's always not this, generally you get some ish of what you want, but oh, that's not fair. Okay, newsflash: life is not fair, and professional wrestling it's not always fair, and it's one of those things. It's a necessary evil, dare I say, that we go through as fans. And some people, oh man, I love these movies. This is a great producer, great director, da 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 da. Okay, cool. I am not very familiar with who all the directors are, producers, sound. Oh yeah, this is the greatest grip or wardrobe or whatever. Everybody is equally important to me. If I'm going to sit down and watch a movie, whatever. Well, now we are in the world of sports, entertainment, and professional wrestling. And more we are hearing WWE superstars refer to what they're doing and who they do it with as wrestling and wrestlers. And this may or may not be something that is all part of the big overarching TKO, right? So Endeavor, who owns UFC, goes in and they're like, hey, we'd like to buy 51% of the WWE, and the prior owner ends up saying, yeah, hey, let's do it, 8 billion. Boom, here's 8 billion. And now TKO in majority owns WWE. So TKO is UFC and WWE. And man, I am so freaking excited for the future, right? The greatness of the women's division, the start and climb of the women's revolution. I mean, there's so much going on right now, and this is an awesome time to not just be a wrestling fan, but to be a WWE sports entertainment / wrestling fan. Because there's a lot that's going to be going on. There's a lot that's going to be happening, and I think after WrestleMania, I think you'll see more a different fingerprint-ish. You'll see something a little bit different, and I think it's all for the good, right? So all for the good definitely is WrestleMania 2 freaking nights. Also for the good, LEJ or J Tilly, the No Shave Man Cave. We are going to be in Philadelphia for both nights. We're going to get there a day and a half before, and we're going to stay a day after, and we're going to try and get all that Philly has, and embrace all of it. And some of the things that we want to embrace are the storylines and the championships and the matches that are going to go, that we know are going to go. Now, it's not a match just for the sake of a match because it's a tournament for a title or a cup or like when they did the Triple Crown. The matches were phenomenal, and it was easy booking because you were like, well, it's for the Triple Crown Championship. And, now we're getting ready to roll into WrestleMania, and we have storylines that have built up to get them to the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania at the Link in Philadelphia. Here coming up the second weekend of April, or the first full weekend of April. And, man, Saturday and Sunday is going to be on like Donkey Kong. We've got stuff happening, a few days before, and certainly that Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania is going to be something of the ages, because we know that your tribal chief is going to go against my American Nightmare. But before that happens, we know that Freakin Nightmare has got to go against the Bloodline. In order for it to be a mildly fair fight, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, the Freakin Nightmare, have to finish on top with someone looking at the lights for 3 seconds or submitting, which I don't see happening. I just don't see anybody submitting. I think it'll be maybe a count out, or it'll be something pseudo wonky. I'm hoping for Cody and Seth Rollins to come out the victors, but I don't think that's going to happen. Drew McIntyre could potentially rear his head, or a new member of the Bloodline. Something could go awry and cause a little bit of dissension in the ranks. So, I think night one opens up. Originally, I thought it should open up with Jay and Jimmy Uso, brother versus brother, City of Brotherly Love, night one, match one, WrestleMania weekend, boom. It starts night one with a member of a historical family. Night one ends with The Rock, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins in a tag team match. So it starts with the Anoa'i family, ends with the Anoa'i family. We could have a Nia Jax match to open up night two. Opens with the Anoa'i family, and then finishes. Your main event, my main event, is my American Nightmare versus your tribal chief for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. Cody Rhodes comes out the victor, and then it gets renamed the WWE Championship. And Cody then hands over the title, and then they redesign a title that will be reminiscent of, maybe the Golden Eagle. I'm not sure. If you're watching on YouTube, I've got the American Nightmare Factory world title, reminiscent of the Golden Eagle. And could that be, foreshadowing what Cody would want the world title to look like? It absolutely could. And, the decision makers I would say they've already made a decision if they're going to drop the title to Cody, that there's a title made, and they will unveil this new title on Monday. And, if it's in the greater Philadelphia area, I forgot to check and see where Monday Night Raw is going to be, and that would be pretty amazing to be there to see Cody Rhodes receive his new title. So, woo! So we know we've got brother versus brother. We know we've got the American Nightmare versus The Rock and Roman Reigns. We know we have Rhea Ripley, your women's world champion, versus Becky Lynch. That is going to be one that will definitely bring the house down. We have another match that's mildly contentious, dare I say, with a little bit of a ruffling of the feathers when it comes to Sami Zayn coming out the victor, and he's going to head to WrestleMania and face Gunther. Is he the right person to face and defeat Gunther, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in WWF, and WWE history? And that's very, very significant. And as you know, as the new regime rewrites the history of the WWE or sports entertainment, however we're going to refer to it going forward, I think WrestleMania is going to be extremely significant, because as those champions head out, they're going to go out on their sword, out on their shield, and hopefully they'll be remembered for their greatness, because we're going to see a lot of titles change hands. And I don't think it's insignificant, and I also don't think that it's like the season premiere or the reset, whatever, as much as it would sort of seem. But we are going to see Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre comes out the victor, and Seth Rollins will go away. Will this be because of something that Cody Rhodes did? Will this be because of something that occurred during the tag team match, and Drew McIntyre is going to take advantage of it? Yes, absolutely. I absolutely think that is what's going to occur, and you will see Drew McIntyre come out the victor. Seth Rollins will go away for a little while, heal up, potentially a slight repackaging, and it's whatever. Jay and Jimmy Uso will go one-on-one, and that will be freaking amazing. There will be some outside interference, and we will see Rikishi get involved. Will it be against Solo? I don't think so. I'm not sure what Solo's plans are right now for WrestleMania. And but I don't so you're gonna see Jimmy and Jay. You will definitely see LA Knight versus AJ Styles in a grudge match that I'm not really sure about, and it pulls LA Knight away from his WrestleMania moment where he can walk away the United States champion. So Seth Rollins, LA Knight, I think it's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We will see LA Knight come out the victor with his blunt force trauma, and AJ Styles will become more unraveled and go off on a different trajectory as he chases after potentially Cody Rhodes. Maybe he goes after Cody Rhodes. Maybe it's AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes for the first feud. I don't think Cody, after we'll get that in a hot second. Whoa, back up. So Gunther, Sami Zayn. I think this turns into a triple threat match with Chad Gable somehow making his way into the match, or I think Chad Gable somehow hops in on this match and comes out the victor. But right now you've got Sami versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. If this is the match, I say Gunther comes out the victor. He's celebrating. Chad Gable comes out and beats him he beats him on Monday night. But, who am I? I'm just here so I don't get fined. So then you've got your triple threat match for the United States Championship, which will be a ladder match, I believe. I was hoping for a ladder match, my bad. So it's a triple threat match. Sammy, his best friend, Kevin Owens, will be in there along with the brother Paul. Oh, yeah. So Logan Paul, he's the United States champion, and he's taken that title in against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton versus Logan Paul. And this, I think, turns into a match where there's a little bit of friendly fire. Somehow Logan Paul comes out the victor. And, yeah. And I would think at this point now, it would then become Logan and Sami Zayn. I'm sorry, Logan and Kevin Owens. I don't know why I keep saying Sami Zayn. And then Randy Orton now goes off for the world title, and he plans on beating the 16-time world championship. Because I don't think it's going to be John Cena. I don't know that he's got another title run in him, or some kind of fluky victory. So we've got the 5 teams that are going to go against each other for the opportunity to face the undisputed tag team champion. Excuse me, trying to get to my sneeze button. I apologize for that. And Damian Priest and Finn Balor come out the victors out of WrestleMania. Now, he's still Senior Money in the Bank, still has the Money in the Bank. Damian Priest still has the Money in the Bank briefcase. They come out the victors. Could we see a cash-in at WrestleMania? Potentially. So we'll see how the next couple of days unfold. Will there be any hints or thoughts? I could really see Damian Priest coming out and cashing in on Sami Zayn and take the Intercontinental title. But that's just that's just kind of me thinking out loud. But who knows what's going to happen with that? There's a lot there. So what do we know? We know WrestleMania is kicking off at the Link in Philadelphia. We know that we're going to see Io Sky versus Bayley. We know we're going to see Seth freaking Rollins against Drew McIntyre. We know we're going to see Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. That is going to be a fantastic match. Good luck to both of the women. I know who I want to see win. I know who I think is going to see, I think we're going to see win. It's not the same person. But this, I think, will be a match that a lot of people will absolutely remember. Gunther versus Sami Zayn, which has a huge asterisk, I think, next to it. We could see this turn into a triple threat match. Oh, well, we already saw a contract signing. Yes, but, with a Raw general manager, SmackDown general manager, Teddy Long could come out. This match is now a triple threat or a tag team. He was big on turning it into a tag team event. But we know that Finn Balor, Damian Priest will defend the tag team championships against the tag team that wins the scramble. We've got Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. That is going to be a great match. Some friendly fire will end up leading to Logan Paul leaving as your United States champion. He'll probably hang on to that for a little bit and then get into a different storyline, which will free up a title to make someone instead of get someone additional shine who doesn't need it. So, but that's just me. LA Knight versus AJ Styles, interesting match. I think it'll be a lot of fun, although it pulls LA Knight away from a title, which I think he drastically needs. in a big way, because that's going to hurt or help his push, depending on how WrestleMania goes. So I'd like to see LA Knight come out the victor and start building toward getting that United States Championship. Brother versus brother, Jimmy and Jay Uso, City of Brotherly Love. That's gonna be a match. I'd like to see that be the opening match of Night 1 WrestleMania, but I could see Io Sky versus Bayley opening up WrestleMania. I think they could really set the tone, get the night off right. But either way, I think they're going to be phenomenal. You're going to see the main event, Night 1, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus the Freakin Nightmare of Cody Rhodes and Seth Freakin Rollins. Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes come out the victor. And there could be a little happenstance there that comes out the victor and builds for additional storyline, which will unfold on Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre gets his WrestleMania moment, and very, very excited for him. He gets a title victory in front of WrestleMania fans, which he so much deserves. He was a great champion during the COVID era, so personable and just a really, really good champion. So very excited to see that. And then finally, the main event, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, Night 2. We know we are going to see the finishing of a story. Do we know? Don't we know? I don't. Hey, fingers crossed. Luck of the Irish, we are going to see the finish of a story of my American Nightmare and your Tribal Chief. So, hey, who knows? Hey, I hope everybody's enjoying what you're hearing here at the No Shave Man Cave. Keep checking us out as often as you can. We're always putting up new stuff. We're getting ready to drop a bunch of new episodes for all of the different wrestling organizations as we get ready to head off to WrestleMania as well. We're super excited. So we're heading off on our wrestling road trip, the road to WrestleMania. And as always, thanks for checking us out here at the No Shave Man Cave. Until next time, friends, fam, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you.